So here's another fun game. And I say fun just because I have no intention of ever playing Aggron Durant in tournament. Um, but I think I don't know if I even updated this with Boundaries Cross cards. I just kind of, this is actually a fairly recent game that I just picked up and thought, let's just have some fun. Um, I believe this ends up being a very close game, so thought it'd be a good one to share. So I start off with an Emolga. With the energy in hand to get some Durants on the field, so definitely some possibilities. I get to go first, so I am going to, I think I'm going to Sharon. Yeah, because I don't really, well, I should have played, well, maybe playing the end early on, while he has a full hand, probably not a bad idea. I'm going to Eviolite that Emolga just to keep it around a little longer, and we're going to call for family for a, let's see, I'm going to get one Aggron and one Durant. I have a feeling I'll be calling for family again next turn since I don't have the energy, unless he ends me. And it looks like I am playing against a Zeal deck. So Mewtwo start with the DCE, so very nice. And a Tynamo already on the bench. So he hits me for 40, isn't able to play a supporter, so hopefully that's a little bit of luck on my part. Going to bring up his Tynamo just because, actually, I don't know why I wasted the catcher on the Tynamo. I believe that's the free retreat Tynamo. So, and then I'm going to end him. Go ahead and evolve that Lairon. Unfortunately, I don't have any more energy. And do a hammer flip. All right, get rid of that DCE. So that'll slow him down a little bit. And we're going to level ball for yeah, I think I'll get another Lairon, and then I'm going to call for family for another Aggron and another Durant. So I'm probably going to go into some dead draws here for a little while with no supporter in hand to really get myself out of anything, but hopefully it won't be for terribly long and we'll be able to get this going. So this isn't quite a tournament legal deck. He's playing some older cards, for example, Sage's Training. I kind of miss that supporter. I really loved it in my Chandelure deck. And this is where I kind of wonder if he knows what Durant does, because when you're playing against a Durant deck, you want to avoid Sage and Juniper at all cost. It's best just to maybe even go through a few dead draws rather than to discard more cards of your own. He benches another Tynamo, which just kind of shows me that he really doesn't know, to keep the field as little as possible. He gets an eel into play, which is a good thing. Gets a gets an electric onto his Zekrom, but yeah, I probably shouldn't have retreated that free retreat Tynamo, because now he's got a Mewtwo in the active position and can't do anything about it. And I top a Sharon. So, wow. Still no energy, but interesting. As long as I don't draw into any energy, though, he's in a good spot. So I'm just going to call for family to get one more Durant out on the field, and actually, looks like my other Durant's prized, which means I'm not going to have any access to it throughout the entire game, which is kind of a bummer. But based on the way this guy's playing, I might still have a shot. So he's going to use Pokemon Collector, another supporter that I really miss. Gets to search for up to 3 basic Pokemon. Again, just filling up your bench against a Durant deck is, you really need to keep your bench to a minimum, sorry. The more electrics he's got on the field, that means more catcher bait for me to stall. Really more heavy retreaters for me to stall. And that's less cards out of his deck. My goal is to discard all of your cards so that you lose because you can't draw a card. So, he's getting a Thundurus, a Zekrom, and a Tynamo. Yeah, I mean, I just can't say that, that I really agree with him. Wow, and he plays, so he Dynamotored or he attached, I'm not sure, and played a Shaman to get a Mewtwo, or get all that energy up to Mewtwo, and knock out my Emolga, so very surprising. Cool thing is I may not have topped an energy, but I did top an Aggron, so I've got a de-evolution spray in hand. We're going to use 2 toppling winds to discard 3 cards off his deck. In addition to having Eviolite attached to Durant, I also have Psychic Resistance. So I'm feeling alright right now. I really don't need to play that Aggron. Really, there's just no need to play the Aggron. And I wish I had an energy to be able to devour for another 3. But I don't, so we're just going to have to end my turn. And yeah, he's already played the Shaman, so it's probably a premature Shaman play. There's... Yeah, so X-Ball is going to be doing 40 to me, but because of my Eviolite and my Psychic Resistance, it absolutely does nothing. I just think that's great. I see why people play Durant. It can be very fun. I still feel kind of bad just cutting him off from his resources. That's why I personally have called it the dick deck. It's really, you feel like a dick when you're playing it. So he communicates in a Mewtwo for another electric. I'm not sure if he's got more energy in the discard pile, but he's going to catch her up. I'm assuming an Aggron, since it's got the heaviest retreat, and he ends me. So he may have ended me out of that switch, but hopefully he ends me into some or some energy. Surprisingly, he doesn't end me into any Juniper or any energy. However, I do have a Juniper in hand and a bunch of really crap, so let's see. First off, De-Evolution Spray. I only have one Aggron, so yeah, otherwise I'd be going for multiple Aggrons here. So I think I'm just going to end up burning that level ball. Really, there's nothing else I really need to use it on. I think I am going to catch her, yeah, definitely catch her up one of the eels just to stall. De-Evolution Spray, that Aggron, and we're going to go ahead and evolve the bench one. Discard 3 more from his deck. We're going to go ahead and play the Super Rod just to get that 1 energy back in, and we'll have to go for the Emolga as well, forced to. And I think I'm just going to Juniper. Just make sure that I get into the switch and the energy, and wow, last card was the energy, was 1 energy. So, perfect. We're going to go ahead and play that switch. Let's go ahead and... I got my 4th De-Evolution, or no, I think only my 3rd. So we're going to Eviolite a Durant, and I didn't realize it, but well, could I have used the De-Evolution Spray? Yeah, the Aggron wasn't evolved this turn, so that's alright. Assuming he doesn't end me, I'll be able to use it next turn, and was able to get a good Devour off for 3. So even with the Aggron, I was still able to get off 6 cards, or get 6 cards out of his deck that turn. So even not having access to all 4 Durant, still doing pretty good. He does top the switch, or not top the switch, but he has a switch. And, oh, there he ends me. Thing is, though, is that N is really hurting him more at this point, since he's increasing his hand size and taking more away from his deck. He hits my Durant for 100. That is going to hurt. But, that's alright. I've got the Revive in hand, and he still has to take 4 prizes. So I'm going to bring up, let's see, just my Eviolited Durant. Really doesn't matter. He's going to be able to one-shot anything anyways. We'll go ahead and attach. Bad thing is that I should have used that De-Evolution Spray earlier. Would have been able to get another 6 off. And there's really nothing I need, so it's pretty much safe to Juniper. Bianca would get me 2 more cards. Yeah, maybe I'm just going to burn some stuff, because I'm not going to be able to get any more Durant in play, so might as well have a free retreater. And yeah, no De-Evolution Spray, so we're just going to have to result to Devouring for 3. He's got 13 cards left in his deck and 4 prizes left. I really need to hit some more catchers to stall. I need to hit some more hammers. I need to hit another De-Evolution Spray. Yeah, so I'm going to just go ahead and out of... just being used to it, promote my free retreater, since no other reason why not to. There's really nothing else to go for, so gonna go ahead and attach. I kind of really want a Juniper to see if I can get into a catcher and De-Evolution Spray. I don't want to get rid of that energy, but yeah, I run quite enough, so let's see what I get. Alright, revive. Let's catch her up one of those eels to hopefully stall. He's got a big hand size, but hopefully he doesn't have another switch in there. Let's go ahead and revive another Durant. Get one more card out of that deck. And that'll be it. So I'm going to retreat back to my Durant with the energy ready to go. And we're going to devour for 3. So brings his deck down to 9 after he draws a card. And let's see if he has the switch. Or I believe he's still playing Junk Arm, so he could possibly have the Junk Arm for the switch. Yeah, I'm actually still looking pretty good though. He's still got to take 3 prizes, which is 3 turns. If I can get 3 more Devours off, assuming I can hit some more revives, that'll be 9 cards. And I know I have one more de-evolution spray, and I still have some resources to be able to get it out. And that'll be another 3 cards with another Toppling Wind. So I think I've got a really good shot. He's gonna Dynamotor onto, looks like a Zekrom. Switches back to his regular Zekrom. And is going to be able to knock me out in one shot, bringing his prizes down to 2. So he is going to definitely make it a close match. Very, very close match. We'll go ahead and throw another Eviolite, just, why not? Super Rod. Definitely need a Super Rod Durant and some energy back in. So there we go with the Super Rod. Durant, Metal, and another Metal. And we'll go ahead and Bianca, still not hitting that de-evolution spray. So I did hit the level ball to get the other Durant out, and not many cards left in my deck. But that's alright. I really only need to hit a few more Devours. Yeah, 1 Devour this turn, and next turn, if I can get off 1 more Devour and a Toppling Wind, I will barely have the game. I might need a Juniper to get the last of my resources out, but it'll work. So the clincher is right now if he has the N. If he has the N to bring his hand size from, let's see, he's got 7 in hand. He's got another probably 5 in the deck. If he ends himself to be able to get his hand size down to 2, that'll significantly increase his deck, and I don't know if I can do anything about that. He might have the game then. He knocks out my Durant. And yeah, so he's got 5 cards in the deck, and wow, yeah, so no N. I'm going to go ahead and attach to the Durant, and I know that there's a de-evolution spray in there because I had it in hand earlier, so I'm just going to Juniper for the last 4 cards in my deck, use the de-evolution spray on the Aggron, Toppling Wind, and that gives 2 cards in. Wow, so I barely made it. Talk about a close game. I would have lost next turn based on prizes or the fact that I could not draw a card. So very close to Aggron Durant versus an older Zekeels with Shaman and Junk Arm.